So all in all, it is about 100 meals that we have here at the house ready to go. So that is amazing. That's amazing. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be updating our freezer inventory sheet. It is a new month, so we are going to be starting fresh and doing a new freezer inventory sheet. And then I also wanted to sit down and plan meals based off of what we have in the house as of right now. So I wanted to plan out breakfast, lunch, and dinners, possibly some snacky ideas for if we literally got shut down or couldn't leave our home from the day this video is filmed till whenever. I want to see how many meals and how long we can go with what we have in our stock up emergency food pantry, the freezers, and our everyday pantry, what we have in the fridge. So I just want to see what we have here and how many meals that I can make. Honestly, it's for me. I kind of want to see get an idea of how long we could go, a month or two, based off what we have here at the house. Now, it's not going to be like set meals, but I kind of want to sit down and write everything out and kind of have it on paper. So in case something does happen, then I can just kind of go off it and be like, oh yeah, I can do that meal. I can do that meal. So it's kind of more for me, but I thought you guys would enjoy me sharing it with you. I don't know if you also stock up. Having an emergency stock up prepper pantry is an amazing thing to have. I've talked about it for a while now, and this month is actually like prepper preparedness month. So it is a huge deal right now, and with everything going on in the world, honestly, it's very important. I feel like I have repeated myself over the past couple months with the importance of stocking up for your family. I have a couple videos previously that I've talked like more in detail on what I have back here and like how I stock up and all that. So I'll have those videos linked down below for you guys if you are interested. But today's video, we're just basing it off of, I'm going to update my freezer inventory, and then once I have it updated, I can go off that and then see what we have in the fridge and then what we have back here and what we have in the everyday pantry. So let's go ahead and get started and let's see how many meals we got, y'all. Here is what we have in the deep freeze. I've always just took inventory of it and just kind of showed y'all in there, but I've never actually like laid it out. So we've got a few meat items. I wrote everything down. We have got some pork chops, 5 things of ground hamburger meat, got some muffins, pie crust, a bag of instant rice, 3 things of cowboy beans. We've got a bag of chicken, which is normally about 5 decent sized chicken breasts in there. Got some pulled pork, some ground pork, pack of hot dogs, smoked sausages, 2 things of the like the Asian style chicken, 2 Red Baron pizzas, got some buns, hot dog buns, hamburger buns, 2 things of smoked sausage. Got this little thing of hamburger patties, but I was looking at it and honestly I think it's too freezer burnt and I'm not gonna be able to save that, so I'm gonna pitch that. And then we've got quite a bit of shoulder. We had always said that we were just gonna pull this out for a party to have if we had company over because it's so much, but Luke and I've talked about it, and if something happens and we need it before then we can just divide it up and do like multiple meals within that week in case of an emergency. Got some of the Sirloin Burgers. We love these from Sam's Club. 2 things of soft shells. We got 3 things of the flatbread. I always love to get that on markdown. And then in here, we've got a pork butt, a ham, a lamb, and a turkey. And those are like big cuts of meat, so we would be able to cook those and have those for several meals. We've got a thing of taco soup in here and some chicken queso soup. And then we've got vegetables. Those are popsicles down there. We've got green beans, 2 things of broccoli, and some erased cauliflower. So that's everything that's in the deep freeze. There's still actually room in the deep freeze for us to get more stuff, and y'all know I've been stocking up as stuff goes on sale or whatever. So that's everything that's in the deep freeze. And then we will head and do the regular freezer next. I got everything written down. I did the deep freeze and the freezer. I pretty much already knew what's in the freezer just because I'm in there every single day. But I wanted to write down some things. Some things I didn't write down, like chicken nuggets and stuff like that, just because that's stuff we go through really quick for lunches and whatnot. But pretty much everything else is written down. I've got, y'all seen everything that's in the deep freeze, and I wrote down everything that was in the freezer. And I have if you're new here, I have a everyday pantry that I work out of every day. I'll share a clip of that on here, that I use every single day. And then I have all of this stock up right here. And like I said, I'll have links down below so y'all can see previous videos if y'all are new and you're interested in seeing my stock up, because the last video I went into a little more detail on what we had and how I do it. We are still prepping and still buying stuff. We've actually upped our stock up budget. We've upped it up to $10 now. It was $5. The main thing was $5 every week. Unless we had extra money, then we would, spend it. But now it's $10 every week, so we can get even more. Some of y'all might think I'm crazy, but I just have a feeling, and Luke has a feeling, and so we're gonna start getting it done, getting stuff in here and prepared for anything. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to kind of sit down, and based off what we have here, I wanted to see honestly how long and how many meals that I could get out of not just dry food, but also what we have in the freezer and the fridge and the regular freezer, just as a whole, not just the prepper pantry, because we have this food here and we use it. So this video, the meals, is going to be per meal, and it's going to be based off everything that we have in this house as of today, as I'm filming this. So I'm going to go over my freezer list here. I have it laying right here, and then I have a blank sheet of paper. So I'm going to start with breakfast, and I'm just going to do breakfast that we have here, and then do lunches, and then do my dinners. And I'm just going to write everything down, and I'm really curious to see how much food we have here off, see how long we can go. So let's see. Okay, y'all, I've got it all written out here. So I went ahead, I did breakfast, and then I did lunch and dinner together, because I feel like you can I feel like you can do those together. It may not be as hearty for lunch, but I based mine off of the protein itself, and then I put sides separate. So you can, say for lunch, not do 2 sides, just do 1 side or whatever. Like, this is based off, I did breakfast, and then I did lunches and dinners together. And then like I said, I just did the main protein and the main dish, and I kept the sides separate. So of course I have everything here for homemade breads, homemade muffins, banana bread, all that stuff. I keep yeast, I keep flour, I keep all that stuff on hand. So that is going to be a big fill-in for breakfast, because you can do toast, you can do muffins. Actually, I just remember pancakes. I forgot to put pancakes down. Hold on. I don't know how I forgot pancakes, but I did. Let's go ahead and start off with breakfast first. So breakfast is super easy because I feel like, one, we always have cereal on hand. We have like a ton of cereal back here. So in total, I did it per serving of box size. So of course, like the serving size is probably like 1 bowl, but ideally, you know, we normally eat like 2. But I did it by serving size, if you're curious. So we've got about 70 plus meal serving sizes of cereal. 70 alone, with the amount of cereal that's up here and the amount of cereal that's in the everyday pantry. French toast, we have enough for 2 meals of French toast in the freezer. We have 4 muffins in the freezer, so that would be like a small breakfast, but we have 4 muffins, so that would be 1 a piece plus an extra one, and then we can add like fruit or whatever, you know, in, or breakfast sausage, or you know, like we could add something to that. But we have 4 muffins. And then we have eggs in the fridge. We've got hash browns and bacon. We have enough to do, I would say, 1 breakfast of like a breakfast, like eggs, hash browns, and bacon. We have enough for 1 of those. Bananas, I have 9 bananas in the freezer, and I use 3 bananas per batch of my banana bread. So that is 6 batches of banana bread. So that's a lot of banana bread. And that too, I feel like can also be like snack. Like, you know, that's not just focused on breakfast. I feel like banana bread can also be a snack in case you get hungry. You can have a slice of banana bread. But in all, we have enough bananas plus ingredients to make banana bread for 6 loaves. We have Spam down here. We can do some Spam and egg breakfast sandwiches. And we have oatmeal in the everyday pantry. We have enough for 11 meals for oatmeal. And then pancakes, I forgot about the pancake mix. I have 3 boxes of pancake mix back here. So that would average out about 9 pancake breakfast for that. And I have syrup already in the pantry. So, and then for lunch, I did just the base, like with the protein and like ready meals. So we have frozen pizzas in the deep freeze. So that's enough for 1 meal. We've got 2 packs of pork chops. So I have gravy in here. I have flour for breading. So I could do fried pork chops, or I could do like smothered pork chops. I have those options. And then, so that's 2 meals. And then we have that pork butt in there. That's easily 2 meals, if not 3, from that pork butt alone. If we cook it, then we can divide it up into 2 to 3 meals. That lamb is in there. We've got everything for 2 pot pies to do chicken pot pies, or we have extra Spam. We can do Spam pot pies. I don't know if that's a thing, but when you're in hard times, we'll use Spam where it's needed. That ham that's in there, it's fully cooked, so technically we could just thaw it and heat it up, or eat it as like lunch meat. But I would say easily that's 3 meals just in that 1 ham for us. If we thawed it out and broke it down, it would easily be 3 meals. The turkey in there, that would easily be 2 meals for us, because it's just a turkey breast. It's not like the whole turkey, it's just a turkey breast. So that would be 2 meals. We have stuff for baked pasta. We've got ground beef, we've got pasta, we have spaghetti sauce. So we can do baked pasta, spaghetti, that sort of thing. We've got about 4 meals of that total. I have a bunch of pre-made soups and chili made. I've got 2 chili, 3 taco soup, a chicken queso soup, and 2 vegetable soup. So all of those are ready to go. They're already been cooked. I just have to heat them up in the slow cooker, or we can heat them on the stovetop. Those are all ready meals, ready to go. We've got, we can do chicken and rice. So I've got chicken in the freezer, a bunch of chicken in the freezer. We've got dried rice over here in the stock up. We have hot dogs. We've got enough hot dogs to do 2 meals, but we only have enough buns to do 1. So I wrote down hot dogs with buns for 1 day. And then we can do hamburger helper with hot dogs for another day. We have enough hamburger helper on the shelf for 8 meals. Plus we have other proteins to go with it. We've got chicken. We have hot dogs. We've got Spam. We have ground beef. So we have enough protein in the house to count for all 8 of those packages of hamburger helper. We've got stuff for red beans and rice with smoked sausage. We have the smoked sausage in the deep freeze. We've got that big pack of shoulder in there that I said, if it happens, you know, we can thaw it out and divide it up into 3 meals once it thaws. We have the Sirloin Burgers in there, and there's enough burgers in there to do 3 meals. But we don't have enough buns for all 3 meals. So we're fine eating a burger on loaf bread. So we could do that, or I can even do Salisbury steaks. I have gravy and stuff over here, like I said, for the pork chops. We can do Salisbury steaks with those also, but 3 meals for those. We have tacos. I have got a hard shell pack of tacos, and I have 2 soft shell packs of tacos. I only wrote down to count for 1 soft shell because if we have enough eggs, we could honestly do breakfast burritos with the other pack. But I didn't write that down to set in stone. So we've got enough to do 2 taco meals. Plus I have taco seasoning. We have rice over here. We have beans over here. We can put it together and make a full meal. We've got chili over here. We could even do chili dogs with the 1 day. Like I said, we had chili and enough to do buns for 1. We can do chili cornbread pie. I have packs of cornbread over here that I've got canned chili, dump it in there, put it together as a meal. That's one of the good things about buying the like the canned chilies and like stuff like that, where it's in the can, where you already have the protein and like the seasonings and the sauce and all that, because you can dump it in a pan, add some cornbread on top with some cheese, and it's normally pretty dang good because you've already got your protein in there and you've already got it all seasoned up. We've got dried beans over here, and we have 2 ham hocks in the freezer. So we've got 2 dishes of pinto beans and cornbread. I always keep cornbread over here. And I always have cornmeal also. So if we run out of the cornbread over here, then we have cornmeal and flour and all that, where I can make it homemade. Enchilada Bake, we have some chorizo, and we still have hamburger. This is still me counting in what proteins we have. So we could technically do 2 different, 2 extra. We could do taco bakes or enchilada bakes. Or taco bakes in that nature, because I still have the soft shells, and we have corn tortillas in the freezer also. And then I have everything here for homemade pizzas. I keep dried pizza crust in the stock up. We always have pepperonis, and we always have cheese here. So I only wrote down for 1, but we could do 1 meal with pizza. And then I already talked about the hamburger helper. We have tuna down here. We have enough tuna to do 4 meals, regardless if it's tuna patties or tuna melts or tuna salad. Like, in that sense, we have everything here for that. So we have enough for 4 meals, plus we could probably stretch it a little bit. That's averaging 2 cans per dinner. We have a deer roast in the freezer that we could throw on some either canned veggies or root veggies if we had any at that time, like when I needed that, which we always have potatoes, we always have carrots. So we could do the deer roast in the crock pot with some seasonings and veggies. We've got ribeyes in there. We have a 3-pack of ribeyes. I have the Chinese. I have the Chinese sauce. I have the Chinese packs, the quick chicken that I showed y'all. That's enough for 2 meals. And then we have cowboy beans, which technically for us, we actually eat those as a side. But if it came down to it, we could easily make that as a meal and add like veggies with it or cornbread or whatever, because it already has your protein and it has, you know, like it's kind of one of those all-in-one dishes that you could eat it as a meal. And I know a lot of people that do, but we normally eat that as a side dish. But if it came down to it, we could easily eat that as a meal. So we have 3 of those in the freezer. For side dishes, we have frozen broccoli, we have frozen green beans, we have frozen cauliflower. And for canned goods, we've got canned potatoes, canned peas, canned carrots, canned vegetable, like mixed veggies. We've got black beans. And then some of the other stuff that I didn't write down as a meal, we have canned soups. We've got Vienna sausages. We have ramen noodles. We have mac and cheese in here. So, like I said, when I planned out just the dinners themselves, I just wrote down the dinners. So we have a bunch of stuff here where we can add side dishes. We can add mac and cheese with the hot dogs, or, you know, add canned veggies with this or that. So this is just based off meals itself. But we have all of this here at the house. And this was what I was so excited to sit down and actually write this down. Like, I can come in here, y'all know how I am. I look at the stock up. I love looking at it, seeing what we have in the deep freeze and what we have in the freezer. But when you actually sit down and write out the meals that you have, full complete meals that you have here at the house, it's amazing. So I'm so excited that I have this. And then I can keep this and go buy it. You know, if something happens, I can look at it and be like, okay, yeah, I have that. So it's really inspiring to have this ready to go. So with everything written down here, from breakfast to lunches and dinners, plus the extra odds and ends, I did take the cereal and divide it by 3 since there's 3 of us. So that technically would consider a meal. And it ended up being like 23.3 meals just for cereal alone. So for breakfast, that comes out to like 31 plus meals just for breakfast. And then for lunch and dinners, that comes out to about 62 to 65. Like I said, I'm giving myself some leeway just because we still have extra proteins that I didn't actually write down as meals. And then we also have, of course, meatless if need be. Like, you know, we can do meatless meals also. So all in all, it is about 100 meals that we have here at the house ready to go. So that is amazing. That's amazing. I absolutely love that. That just makes my heart so happy. I highly encourage you, if you stock up, I highly encourage you to take the time and write meals down so you can kind of see. And I'm going to keep this. So if something happens, I can come in here and be like, oh yeah, I have this. I have this meal, so I can make that. And then if you don't stock up, I highly recommend you go ahead and start stocking up for your family. It doesn't matter if you're a single person or if you have a huge family. You need some sort of stock up where if something happens and say you can't leave your house for 2 months, at least try to have at least 2 months worth of food for you to have in case of an emergency. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it inspired you to either start prepping or to plan out meals that you have of stuff that's already prepped. And don't forget that if you really love this video, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. If you have any questions, let me know and I will try to help and I will answer those in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye guys.